Hey, I'm Mr. Brian Sasso, and in this video, we're going to do Lesson 3, Multiplying Decimals from the Math Fundamentals for the HSPT workbook. If you want to get the workbook to follow along, click the link in the description below. All right, let's get started. Lesson 3, Multiplying Decimals. So when multiplying decimals, we do not need to line up the decimals. Instead, we multiply the two numbers as if there were no decimals. So in other words, we line up the numbers all the way to the right. Then we count the number of decimal places in both numbers being multiplied, and in our answer, we move the decimal place that many places from right to left. That's really important. Okay, so let's jump to the practice here, and we'll start with number 1, 6 times 2.3. So this can be really tedious work, but it's very important to be able to do this multiplication by hand for the HSPT because you cannot use a calculator on the HSPT. All right, so let's get started with the practice. So I'm going to do 2.3 times 6. We're going to line up the numbers all the way to the right, and then we're going to multiply. So 6 times 3 is 18, carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And now we count up the decimal places. So in this case, there's just one decimal place. Okay, I actually like to just show that with my pencil. And then we go from right to left in our answer. So after the 8, we move that over the same number of places, one place, and the decimal is going to be between the 3 and the 8. So we get 13.8. All right, let's do number 2. So we have 1.09 times 0.23. So again, we line up our numbers all the way to the right. In this case, they do line up. Sometimes that will be the case. Let me redraw that line again. Okay, so 3 times 9, 27, carry the 2. 3 times 0 is 0, and then we have a 2, so bring that down, and then 3 times 1 is 3. Now, we need a placeholder. Now, I really like to use X. I know a lot of people like to use 0. I think that can kind of lead to mistakes if you're multiplying out more zeros, so I prefer an X. I think it's good to use that as your placeholder. All right, let's multiply the 2. Let me erase this 2 here at the top. Okay. So 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1, and 2 times 0, oop, put that in the wrong place. There we go. 2 times 0 is 0, and then we bring down the 1, and then 2 times 1 is 2. And now we can add these up. So 7, 8 plus 2 is 10, carry the 1, 3 plus 1 plus 1, it's going to be 5, and then bring down that 2. Now, we have to move the decimal places here, so let's count them up first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 decimal places in both numbers being multiplied, and we move that same number of decimal places in our answer. So starting after the 7, remember we start from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be before the 2 there. So it's 0.2507. That is our final answer there. All right, let's do number 3. 3.4 times 6.2. So let me do it over here. 3.4 times 6.2. Again, we're lining up our numbers all the way to the right. Here again, we see that the decimals line up, which will sometimes be the case, sometimes not. Okay, let's multiply this out. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. Placeholder, I'm going to use that X there. And 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. All right, let's add these up. 8. 6 plus 4 is 10, carry the 1. 1 and 0 is 1, and we bring down the 2. Now we count up our decimal places, 1, 2. Again, I like to just show that with my pencil so I don't make any mistakes, and then we move it over in our answer from right to left, 1, 2, and we get 21.08. Okay, number 4. 9.347 times 0.2. Okay. Line them up all the way to the right, and now we multiply them out. 2 times 7 is 14, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 9 is 18. Now we just need to count up the decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's move that over from right to left in our answer, starting after the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be right between the 1 and the 8. So 1.8694 is our final answer for that one. All right, number 5, 8.91 times 0.04. All right, line them up to the right, and let's multiply them out. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36, carry the 3. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 3 is 35. And we're all done. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal places total. And we're going to move that over in our answer from right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right before that 3. So 0.3564. Final answer for that one. Okay, let's do number 6. 56.3 times 4.7. Line them up all the way to the right, and let's start multiplying. 7 times 3 is 21. Carry the 2. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 2 is 44. Carry the 4. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 4 is 39. All right, now we need a placeholder. Let me erase those two. And let's multiply out the 4 now. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. Carry the 2. And 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 2 is 22. All right, now we can add these up. So we have 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. And then plus 2 is 6. And then bring down that 2. And the last step, really important, let's count up our decimal places, 1, 2, and move that over in our answer, same number of places, 1, 2. So we have 264.61. All right, number 7, running out of space here. Maybe I will do that one right here. So we have 0.008 times 0.09. So I'm going to put the number with more decimal places at the top here just to make things easier for myself. Okay, let's multiply this out. So 9 times 8 is 72. Carry the 7. 9 times 0 is 0. Let's bring down that 7. And 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 0 is 0. And let's add up our decimal places here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move that in our answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need to move it over one more place, 5. The decimal's here. Let's add another 0 as a placeholder there. And our final answer, a lot of zeros here, it's going to be 0.00072. All right, and the last one here, we have 2.3 times 4. This is a nice easy one to end with. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and just one decimal place. So we have 9.2 as our final answer. All right, thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next video.